So hello my Beatles friends, welcome to another Christmas video. I decided to show all my planned stuff during the holidays because after that I won't have enough time to produce videos. So I like the way I did Paul McCartney discography collection, and I decided to make the same thing with John Lennon. But before I start, I would like to mention a few things. Somebody in my comments, I think it was me, Mr. Mayo, yeah, it was me, Mr. Mayo, he said that I don't have the albums from 1991 till Egypt Station of Paul McCartney. And I would like to say that I deliberately don't want to buy those albums on vinyl because, yeah, first of all, they are rare and a bit costly. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is that during these years Paul McCartney is releasing also extra songs which do not appear on vinyl. For example, we have Off the Ground, there is a double CD version with complete works. So the only way to get it is to have it on CD. So naturally I decided not to search for the vinyl. Same thing happened with Chaos in the Creation in the Backyard. In order to get the complete songs, you need to buy a few singles. Same thing goes with the album New. I have the regular CD, deluxe CD, and the box. I mean, the booklet. So all those albums, I just decided not to buy them on vinyl because honestly, I'm not interested. The only thing that the thing that I'm interested in is the albums from 70s and 80s. So yeah, I don't have them on vinyl, but I do have all the songs which were released with that album. Same thing with Kisses on the Bottom. The album version has 14 songs, but the deluxe CD has 16 songs. So I decided to go with the 16 song CD and that's it, and not worry about the vinyl. I want to start with the John Lennon discography in my collection, and I'm going to talk about all the albums and differences that I have. Same with Paul McCartney, that I skipped all the classical music and Fireman and everything that he did on the side. Same thing here, I decided to skip all the experimental albums by John. I think that these 3 experimental albums that John released before the complete discography, I will talk about in separate video. Okay. So, the earliest album that John released as a musical album, this is Live Peace in Toronto, with the original hype sticker inside. Plain blue with only one cloud and with the text and the green apple here. We have John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Eric Clapton, Klaus Voormann, Alan White. Wonderful cast. So this is original 1969 American pressing on Apple, of course. And this is the version that originally came with calendar. This is the first ever pressing. It comes with a calendar. I believe I have shown this calendar already in my previous videos. I'm not going to go into that, but this is the American first pressing of this album. Gotta be careful with this calendar because it's extremely rare. So, and the catalog number of the vinyl is SW3362. So all the vinyls with SW, you know that they are American pressings. This is the first vinyl by John, which included music. Second one of the masterpieces of 20th century, John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. This is a German pressing. I also have from Holland, Dutch pressing, that has the company name Fame here, but I hid it somewhere. So this is the original German pressing, and it comes on white apple. I always wanted to get the British version of this one, but haven't found it yet. I think Someday, when I will go to London again, I will find. So, next album. Imagine John Lennon. It's in a double shrink. So I have to take it out, and it's still in the shrink. So this is the John Lennon Imagine. This is also a first pressing from Germany. It includes the postcard, it includes the poster, and the vinyl. I'm not gonna open it because it's closed. So this is a mint condition Imagine from Germany. Next one, a re-release of Sometime in New York City. This is not the first pressing. I believe it's the second or third pressing. It's also from Germany, the German pressing. It's a gatefold, and what's interesting about this one, that this came without the original inner sleeves. It has only the gatefold pictures, and it has white inner sleeves, and this beautiful label, the original label. But unfortunately, this re-released version does not have the original inner sleeves. So someday, when I will have time, I will find these two albums, Plastic Ono Band and Sometime in New York City, the originals. Right now, I think I have. This is a re-release, but the Plastic Ono Band is original German. So, next album. This is a Dutch pressing of Mind Games with different cover. This is released on MFP, a Dutch pressing, and it's on orange-green label. And it's on orange-green label. And this is a Dutch pressing, and it has a different cover. I also have another version, a French one, but it's also hidden somewhere. But it's the same exact cover, so I decided not to show it. But what I also want to show you is the original Mind Games. This is original first pressing from United States, American first one. In a very good condition, actually. It has the inner sleeve with lyrics. The same thing is coming with the Plastic Ono Band, the first release. It has also inner sleeve, white inner sleeve with lyrics. And the vinyl is on Apple label. Yeah. So this is once again SW3414. So when you have SW, you know that it's American pressing. Now here comes the treasure of my collection. This is original 1974 pressing from United Kingdom, British first pressing, which is completely full with all the illustrations and everything that it comes with. So first of all, we have the gimmick cover. I don't like to touch it, but this is the original gimmick cover, and this is the bag. Then it comes with the inner sleeve, also with John Lennon's face and the drawings here. It comes on green apple, of course, and the number is PCTC 253, which indicates that it's a British pressing. And also this one comes with a booklet. And booklet includes lyrics and many interesting illustrations, the album artwork. So this is the complete British pressing of Walls and Bridges. It was very difficult to find this one. It's very rare in this condition and completely full with all these, with all the covers and all the inners, but it was worth it. Original UK pressing of Walls and Bridges. So now I have two versions of Rock and Roll. Now both of them are German, but now here we come to a very interesting difference. First of all, this version is from Germany. It says here Elektrola, printed in Germany. But if you look on the, When I looked on the album, I've noticed here the Right Society, which is AWA. So I thought, okay. Now here on this one, it says also Electrola, printed in Germany. And when I look here on the label, I see GEMA. So then I asked myself a question: why the same album released by same company, same country, same year has two different Right Societies? And after a little research, I understood that this copy with GEMA is from West Germany. This is a West German pressing. And the other album that has AWA, this is from East Germany, from GDR, the country that does not exist anymore. So this one is extremely rare, I would say. And I found it just by accident, thinking that it's a regular German pressing, but it turned out to be East German from GDR, which is very rare today. So I have two versions of rock and roll. Okay, so next album. The first compilation album by John. We are talking about Shaved Fish. And this is the front and this is the back. And this one comes on Blue Amiga label. This is also from GDR. And here we see one more sign of Right Society, which is AWA, which means that these albums were released in GDR. So that's how I found out about my John Lennon rock and roll album, that it's also from GDR. So it has a little difference in the cover. The original cover has a text here, but this text was omitted here and just written Amiga. And the cover is a little bit brighter. But it's also very nice to have. This is the original 75. No, sorry, this is a reprint from 1983, but the album was released in 75. So this is once again East Germany pressing. So next, after 5 years of break, John Lennon gave us another masterpiece, which is Double Fantasy. I have three versions. And now I'm gonna get into that and explain you what differences are in these albums. First of all, this is a German pressing of Double Fantasy, and it's on Geffen Records, and it has a white inner sleeve with texts on the white label of Geffen. So it's a regular copy, German regular copy. And if you look closer, on the Right Society, it's Stemra. It's not GEMA, it's not AWA, it's Stemra. But it says here that it was released in Germany. Next copy. Looks exactly the same, with no difference, but this one is 1980 original United States copy. It says here, made in USA. So the albums are completely identical. The only thing that matters is the text here on the bottom, on the rear side and the bottom. And the inner sleeve is thick cardboard paper. And it says here also on Geffen Records, and it says here made in USA. So if you look at the albums from the design, they are completely identical. So all you have to do is just find the text on the label and on the back side to understand what are the differences and from which country it was released. Okay, and here comes my third pressing. If you look at it, it's once again completely identical as the others, but on this one, on the back, you see a different text. And this text is on Hebrew. This is Israeli pressing from 1980, which is a bit damaged cover here, but it was bought by my friend in Israel, and he gave it to me as a gift. for what I'm very grateful. And this one doesn't come with the inner sleeve, it comes with the inner sheet with the same lyrics. And once again, the album is on Geffen Records, looks exactly the same, but there is a little misprint. The text is a bit to the side, and it says here something in Israel, in Hebrew. Yeah, made in Israel. Okay, so these are my 3 double fantasy albums. All 3 are from different countries. 2 versions of John Lennon collection. What's the difference? So first of all, this is original German pressing that comes with a beautiful inner sleeve with the picture and the lyrics on the back side, and this is on green Odeon label. And this one is also on Odeon label. It's also, no, this is Dutch. This is from Holland, and this is a new press because it has a barcode here. It's a repress, it's not the first one, but it also comes exactly identically with the same inner sleeve with the picture, and the label is also green Odeon. But this one says it made in Holland. So once again, two albums completely identical, with only one difference, that one of them is made in Germany and the other one made in Holland. It says here, printed and manufactured in Holland. Yeah, by EMI Services. Yeah, that's exactly. And this one, it says here, yeah, printed in Germany. So 2 completely identical albums with just a little difference. And there is one more thing that I would like to show you. I don't have the vinyl, I have only the cover, but I think it's worth mentioning since I came to this album. I have another sleeve of this album, but I don't have the vinyl. This is the Israeli pressing, but the vinyl is missing. And in Israel, like usual, it comes not with the inner sleeve, it comes with the inner sheet. So this is the Israeli inner. So this is the Israeli inner of the Israeli pressing of the album, and this is the Israeli cover, which was released on Portrait label. But unfortunately, I do not have the vinyl. The vinyl is lost. Unfortunately, that's one of my biggest mistakes. I lost the vinyl. Another studio album by John and Yoko, which is called Milk and Honey. Once again, there are 2 different copies. One of them is with barcode, the other one is without. So one of them is the original and the other one is a reprint. So this one is British pressing. Yeah, sleeve printed and made by England, in England by Gothic Limited. So this is the original British pressing, and this comes with inner sleeve again with lyrics, and it's on Polydor, and it says here made in England. So this is original British pressing. The other one looks exactly the same, completely identical, but this one is made in West Germany. So the only difference is that it has a barcode and the text on the rear side. So this also comes with the original inner sleeve with lyrics. It also comes on Polydor, exactly the same, but it says here Gemma made in West Germany. So that's the only difference. Okay, so unfortunately, I have to admit that not so many albums left by John. This one is the second live album, which is called Sometime Live in New York City. Well, I would say it's a third live album, because on Sometime in New York City there is also one LP which is live with Frank Zappa and Live Peace in Toronto. So this one is a rare pressing from Czechoslovakia. It's laminated, it's on Supraphon label from Czechoslovakia, the country that does not exist any longer. And what's unique about this one, that first of all, I thought that it's coming with just a plain white inner sleeve, but it's inner sleeve with a text, and this text corresponds to this album, explaining each song, the origin of each song. So this is the unique and rare inner sleeve that comes only with this version of the album. No other country has this kind of inner sleeve. The original inner sleeve was with pictures. So from East Europe you don't have inner sleeves as the Western. And this is on EMI Supraphone label. This is also very rare, and everything is in Czech here, and it says here made in Czechoslovakia. So this is a very rare pressing of the album. Okay, next. Something that I wanted to find for quite some time. This is Minlov Avenue from 1986. This is the British pressing. This is the back. And this is the British pressing, and it was released on Parlophone 1986 recording. So this is also a British pressing. So this is the latest find in my John Lennon collection, and by this I finished all my John Lennon albums. It's in a mint condition, and it was sent to me from Great Britain. So, one more album by John. This is Imagine Soundtrack. It's a double album, of course. It's 1988 movie soundtrack. It comes with a beautiful gatefold with the beautiful pictures, and this is the back with the John Lennon picture. And the albums come with original inner sleeves with John Lennon logo here and the information about the songs. And the label is silver black Parlophone with 2 EMI boxes. So, and this is of course German pressing once again. Okay, so, and there is one more album that I would like to show you to finish all my John Lennon vinyl collection. Is something that I found that I didn't know that existed, but this is not a John Lennon album, this is Elton John album, but this one has the last live recording by John. It was 28th of November 1974. John Lennon appeared with Elton John live in Madison Square Garden for the last time in his life, and this album has all the 3 songs that they performed, which is Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and I Saw Her Standing There. So this is a German pressing of that album. I know that in different countries it has different sleeve picture, but still very beautiful thing to have and very nice thing to have. Last John Lennon performance. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to show you today. This is my John Lennon discography. About the 3 experimental albums, I will be talking in some other video. And that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching. I'm looking forward for your comments, for your likes. If you're a newcomer, for subscribing. And once again, Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas and enjoy the holidays. Bye-bye.